Eugene can see in the reflection of the sky bridge, for you have not completely crossed it yet. Missy, with that roll of her shoulders, has actually shucked all of the skin on her body. Just sort of all the facial features, the body, everything, including the clothes, just with one sickening thump, rolls off the form. And then what's left slowly begins to lift off the ground.
While it is slowly rolling off the ground, Potman is going to try to bolt.
Okay. As this is happening, I'm going to want you, in order to determine this, I'm going to want you to make a difficult willpower test for me with a -6 penalty attached.
Okay, net -4.
Uh-huh. Okay. In that case, Potman is frozen just long enough to actually catch sight of desiccation, and that sends his ass to the fear table.
Into the fear table.
And I'm going to say, judging by this, the fact that he's just seen Missy's entire body, or at least skin, just roll off this creature, that's going to be a pretty high bonus there. Okay. That is a 5th level success. Okay. Eugene faints.
Shit.
Let's see, and that makes Eugene lose, let me go ahead and roll this, 1d10 times 4. 20 endurance points, and 8 essence points.
Shit.
Okay.
On the road again.
Back onto the road again. The group of PCs reaches Artesia. The tanker, mercifully enough, appears to have not been stopped in its filling. However, there is two these walker zombies just grunting as they're pressing their hands against the trailer.
I'm wondering why it won't stop making noise. Huh. Well, you two got this. Let me go make sure the pump's still running.
Yes,
It's not a difficulty. You can easily, I'm not going to involve a combat there. You can easily lure them into a situation where they're slowed down and the heads are exposed, and easily, especially with Fletch's katana, take them out and dispatch them.
Why risk melee range?
Yeah. Or crossbow bolts, but then I'll make you roll to lose crossbow bolts.
I'll take that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2 1d2s. Okay, you lose one of the bolts for the first time ever.
Oh no, actually, I've lost 4 in the past.
That's true, from the explodey zombies.
Yeah.
The first time ever today.
Yeah, for the first time ever today. Call now.
Down to 51.
Call 1-800-TRUSTY. Does that even work? No, 5 letters. Damn
We
it.
need one more.
Damn it.
2 more.
Shit.
Yeah, 1 more.
Alright, how full is the tanker?
Actually looks like it's mostly full. Taking a look at the things, it could probably fit maybe a few hundred more gallons in there. But beyond that, it looks like it's pretty good.
What's a few hundred gallons between friends? Let's turn off the pump.
With that, I'm actually gonna want you to make a 1d10 roll plus 1 plus your skill in mechanics. I think that's what you use to build it. That's okay. The pump remains functional.
I rolled really badly on the reliability check. Or you did. Something happened really badly.
Oh, you mean the fact that you're going to be making checks every 2 times you use it or something like that?
Yes.
Let's say the construction roll for the water pump only achieved 1 success.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it worked. It worked the one time we needed it to, so it's good.
That's right, that's right.
Held together.
You have all of the water your body would need.
All right. Let's hook this thing up. Maybe we can do it in under 10 minutes this time.
Call it paranoia, but something weird about zombies just slapping the side of the truck instead of going for the pump. Actually thinking of just check inside to make sure nothing funny is going on.
Sure. Fletch, make sure to give a thorough check. You can go ahead and give me a perception plus notice using your sight, Ryan.
You know, just going up to the top, popping open the thing, and looking around the side with a flashlight or whatever.
Yeah. Fletch doesn't notice anything. Doesn't hear or see anything. Anything that would, suggest alarm or concern.
So yeah, open it up, look around inside for a second, close it, and all right,
Room's clear.
We're good to go.
All
right. Hook the thing back up and then truck on out of here.
Maybe you're getting better at it. Even though you don't really have an experienced self-teaching practices, maybe another
14 minutes.
Yes. I was going to say more like 8 minutes, but, 14 is perfectly fine with me as well.
It's whatever.
I was very excited.
It's not like we're in any rush.
Not in excess of a quarter of an hour.
And we're heading back, barring
okay.
incident.
Alright. The slower trek back begins, and that is important to know that it's a slower trek if you want to make sure that you don't accidentally tip over the thousands and thousands of gallons of water.
Nah,
because it's not like you really know how to drive a rig.
Well, I've driven this more than anyone else here, so we're not going fast though. Probably go at like 10 miles an hour, which is probably faster than you should be going.
Alright, in that case, it will take you just over an hour to make it back to Fort Drake.
Gotta be sure.
It's plenty of time. Alright.
Plenty indeed.
Plenty of time. Potman, groggily, comes to. Very slowly. Not at all like, his well-rested feelings. Potman can immediately see a few things. One, he's looking at a brightly lit ceiling. 2, he's strapped down to something, arms and legs. 3, there is a bit in his mouth that's preventing him from forming words.
He immediately tries to scream and pull free of the straps.
Okay, I want you to make a difficult strength test for me at a -6.
The dream.
Roll another d10. That is enough. Potman is actually able to break an arm free, remove the bit, and begin screaming.
He's gonna start running as soon as he can to anywhere other than here.
Eugene, as he begins to try to unfasten himself, and screaming at the same time, hears the door open, and actually will turn to look to that as he's getting himself free. And this time, seeing as it was the first time you see him, I'll go ahead and give you a difficult willpower test with a -6 penalty. This is a fear test.
And right back unconscious.
Go ahead and roll another d10. That's enough.
Motherfucker!
Eugene does not lose control of himself at all.
Man, the
as
fucking
he's
10s are
lifting
loving him
himself
tonight.
up. I know. You fucking rolled so many d10s. The door opens. Desiccation itself is like hovering on the outskirts. Face like caked in like blood. It's like dry, desiccated body all smothered in basically like skin remnants and tissue. But for the most part fully healed, and you actually sense almost what appears like a look of surprise on its face if you would go so far as to gesture that. Not only the fact that you broke free, but you aren't immediately cowering in fear of it. And with that in mind, you can, what I'm going to have here, this will actually end up being, and I'm going to check the rules for this just to make sure, this is going to be a pursuit on foot. We're going to have this be done a bit narratively. For you to attempt to escape desiccation, to actually get to someone. Both sides use dexterity and constitution. If one person started running first, which will be you get to add a +2 to the roll. And you move faster than desiccation, So you'll get an extra +2. So I want you to roll
plus Constitution, you said?
a 1d10 plus Dexterity plus Constitution plus 4. Because you're getting a head start ahead of Desiccation.
And Dash or Marathon doesn't apply here?
Let's see
That's
here.
odd.
I was just using the resisted task test for pursuit on foot.
Right, no, I understand. I mean, it factors into the speed anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
1d10 plus Dex plus Con plus 4. Oh.
Potman's good at running away.
I had to check something. Oh man. Desiccation came so fucking close there. He rolled a 10 himself, but did not get enough. That's a 19 versus a 16. The harrowing flight from the medical tower, which Eugene is not even familiar with, is very perilous. Eugene ends up getting sort of like lost in the passages a few times as he's trying to find the sky bridge, not realizing what floor he's on. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe darts to the basement to try to check and like, no, that's definitely riveted. Those things weren't broken. And Desiccation is hot on Eugene's heels.
Yeah,
ends up chucking like a few tables like towards Eugene, like try to get him to slow down or stop. But Eugene is definitely able every single time to just barely get behind a corner or into the stairwell or what have you. He's actually the first of the two to make it to the sky bridge, and makes it all the way across the sky bridge before Desiccation even reaches him.
Yeah, I'm picturing Potman doing a bunch of cool, like, parkour vaults and sliding under tables and stuff.
Things he could never do if he wasn't just terrified.
Yeah, just the adrenaline, holy shit.
I imagine it like the reunion episode of It's Always Sunny where they think they're doing really awesome shit, but if you actually saw it, it's just ridiculous.
And that's definitely what happens, too, for somehow Eugene was not only alerted with so many 10s to this about to be going horribly wrong, not only was he able to break free from the makeshift straps and remove the bit, not only was he able to resist the immediate fear of, oh shit, Desiccation, but caused Desiccation to be stunned long enough for Eugene to escape. As noted, that's where it basically picks off. Eugene's at the other end of the sky bridge, inside the administrative tower, while Desiccation's just now reached on the medical end.
Nobody ever accused him of having poor getting away skills.
Yeah, no, exactly. Potman doesn't actually stop, but for the slightest moment he considers running to the roof to try to get Zane, and then fucks off downstairs to try and get out of the building.
Okay. With how amazing Eugene's been rolling, I'm not even going to make you, like, roll, like, another test as you fucking flee down the stairs.
Just fly down the stairs.
Instead, you can read the angry, sort of, like bolded words, and they're sort of etched onto Eugene's eyeballs. You might have escaped now, but you are still mine.
So, yeah, Potman's going to try and find anyone, get out of the building. Just go.
Eugene doesn't actually encounter anyone on the stairs. He fucking makes it out to, like, the front of the building. Where he sees Jax and Ace next to a helicopter, slowly unloading it.
As soon as he sees them, he will start screaming Desiccation.
Jax, for his part, looks over and he actually looks surprised. Ace does too, but perhaps they're surprised for two different reasons.
Yeah.
Jax actually begins radioing up, Zane, how the hell? Well, Ace is just like elbows Jax, says, shut up! Don't you see? Zane might already be dead! And Zane's like, what? What's going on? And he's...
As soon as Potman gets close to them, he'll start trying to explain. Missy dead, medical bridge, desiccation.
All right, the two NPCs in front of you. Jax looks a little dubious, but for any sort of questioning test that he would make, Eugene would like pass that, like he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, they spring into action. Actually, it ends up being that the rest of the player characters end up coming back, maybe less than a mile away. They actually hear Jax on the radio mentioning that Eugene has spotted desiccation in the medical tower.
How the hell did you get to the medical tower? More like saying that aside to Tony.
Mm. I'll speed up to 20.
Desiccation was the floating demon thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Tore a nice chunk out of my backside. Still regrowing.
Why don't you give me a dexterity plus driving on a +2, Jordan? Which basically means that counters the -2 for not knowing how to drive vehicles. So just this truck, so just a dexterity plus driving.
I just need to check one thing really quickly because I may have leveled up something last time. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Judging by the last one I have is from December 15th, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say I didn't level anything up, but it's a good idea to check. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Trusty Tony is able to even ramp it up to 30 miles per hour. Without any ill effects to get you to the towers much quicker.
I got a phone call.
Sure. So the fan-out surge, even Lance is woken up, because this is pretty important. Everyone ends up getting on high alert with Eugene. He's actually, even by Ace, given Ace's, or at least a gun by Ace, and this ends up being a...
Just a generic 9mm pistol.
Yes, generic 9mm
That's
pistol.
perfect. That's exactly what Potman needs.
Looking at the sky bridge, it ends up being the entire group moving together. All of the characters, all of the everyone, except for Lance, who decides that he would rather check the dark stairwell just in case. But everyone as a team ends up going together to the sky bridge, guns drawn as it is, and there's the sickening sight of the repulsive lump that is desiccation. That was Missy.
Are we there or are we still driving?
Still driving 30.
Alright, I need to make a quick phone call. I'll be back in a second.
On the bridge there, desiccation is not waiting on the other side for you. At least on the other side of the sky bridge.
And I'm gone again.
Alright, Potman will try to explain, now that he's got a little bit of safety numbers going. He was wearing her.
There is measures of confusion, disgust, and alarm. Zane doesn't handle the sight of Missy's skin body, sort of like crumpled there. He gets a bit fearful, and he almost tries to run if it's not for like Riggs grabbing him and pulling him back.
Potman will actually say to Zane, "It was already desiccation on the roof."
Which causes even more concern, you know. Ace is like, so this fucking thing can, like, wear other people's skin and talk through them?
Yeah. She looked sick, worried, but I don't know.
Willie goes, how did you escape?
I ran fast. Didn't have any fucking weapons. Shit.
Cat asks how you even had a chance to escape.
Woke up strapped down to a table in the medical lab. Medical something. I pulled myself free, ran. Potman looked down at his wrists, which are probably bruised as fuck from that.
Yes. Some sort of fucking Hercules shit that he just did.
Yeah, so Potman will look down in a way that's obvious to everyone what he's looking at.
Yes.
And he'll say, fucking adrenaline. Fast as balls.
Jax sighs and says, What do you think the odds are that it's still going to be there in the medical tower? And A says, it's probably already gone poof.
I'm back.
But... Oh, shit.
And with that, the Team PC does end up pulling the semi to a screeching 30-mile-per-hour halt in front of the towers.
Power slide.
Honk honk.
Is that... Like, Jax, like, just looks out the windows of the sky bridge and sees the semi. Oh, good, they're back.
I lost sight of him at the sky bridge.
Riggs asked, did it say anything to you?
It said, I'm still his, even if I run. So I think that it was affecting me when I slept. I think that's a confirmation. Where's Samantha?
Jax looks over at Ace, who looks
Potman
over
says
at
after
Riggs,
finally having looked at the entire group.
who looks over at Pink, who looks over at Kat, who looks over at Willie, who looks over at Zane. And like
And
Ace,
where's Alfonso?
Ace radios in, Zane? Alfonso, like, radios in that he's with Lance right now in the basement, so that Lance isn't alone. The dark stairwell as well.
Okay, good. I was worried the desiccation might go for Alfonso first. But seriously, where's Sam?
In that case, you end up seeing all of your characters, including the player characters, as they step out of the semi, end up reading, and this is painfully etched onto your eyes, "You have failed me, bitch."
Hey. No need for that language here.
At that moment, a window, and it sounds like it's above you folks on the sky bridge, and definitely far above, is smashed.
Well, let's go.
And down, in front of the sky bridge, and here by the scream, is a falling form. Past the fourth floor, and then between the towers and sort of that little grove of trees, with a sickening thud, a human body.
That's a shame.
Yep.
Yeah. That's your reaction to it, I guess? Oh dear, let's go in, well...
Looking down at the sky bridge at that looks like it's Sam's clothes, Eugene. Looks like it's Sam's body, too.
Eugene cringes and turns his eyes away.
Zane goes, "Oh God!"
Let's try and get up to where she got thrown out or jumped or... He might be up there. Let's go.
Alright. The massive sort of team here ends up going for the stairwell that actually has lights, so they aren't surprised in the darkness. All of them. What do the three of you want to do down there on the ground floor?
Did we really hear any of that?
You've heard some on the radio, and you've just seen a body come falling out and land on the ground.
Yeah, I imagine especially as the group starts heading over there, be looking to run after them to get up there.
Or call in on the radio or something.
Yeah, calling on the radio. What the fuck is going on?
Alright. Eugene can hear the lively crackle of radio things, and Jax ends up responding without even missing a beat, that desiccation is apparently in the towers. Missy is dead, having worn her skin to try to get Eugene, and having failed that, has apparently captured Samantha on her own and sent her out of a window.
That's bad. We should get moving.
Okay. Heading
Well, now,
up... Go ahead.
Here's the real thing. It's like, I know people have survived falls that long before, but it's like, ugh. You
No.
spend the time going to check, or do you just go try to catch desiccation?
Looked like it was a 6-story window, so 6-story fall.
Oh, I thought you said
It was
The
above.
bridge.
It was above them, but her body ended up falling in front of the sky bridge.
You would need something on the lines of a miracle to survive that.
or game mechanics that allow rolls.
Rolls!
Are you a monk, Samantha?
A cheddar monk?
All right, I would like
So, especially falling into trees, like, it would suck, but branches could actually slow you down.
I would like, and this will end up being from all of you player characters as you sort of gather together and then, check the stairwells and the floors. I would like perception plus notice checks from you. I will handle bonuses or penalties for you.
I would actually say I would go and see if by some miracle she did survive first.
Okay.
Well, them sight bones.
It doesn't look like it was just a fall that she was subjected to. It looks like some of her body had been peeled off already. So that in combination with the trauma of the fall and the sudden stop, she's gone.
Well,
Kind of,
to do a coup de grace.
Isn't that right, Train? She's gone.
Honk, honk.
gritting his teeth, very obviously maddened by this. He's actually going, I'll just say go in, probably at this point I'm closer to the lobby of the other tower, so I'll just go in that way and start running upstairs toward the 6th.
Sure. Yeah. Perception plus notice checks from all player characters. I'll handle the bonuses or penalties that come from it.
Including Potman?
Yeah.
Okay.
All player characters.
Already sent mine.
Yep, I see it.
And that acute sense, though.
Hmm.
Sight.
Okay. Ends up being all 4 of your characters then. Noticing a trail of blood. And following it from one point to the other, and it begins at that 6th floor. Actually goes all the way down the stairwell to one of the basement stairwells, basically where it had been riveted closed by jacks, and the sheet metal itself has been smashed apart.
Holy shit.
Now, how quickly could it have gotten down there compared to going in through the floor of that tower?
Well, it's likely that he was going after Potman in particular and didn't want people to notice. At least, seems obvious to me.
I don't know why he would go after you, though.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking to chase it.
Oh,
If
yeah,
it disappears
absolutely.
down there, we're not going to find it again. Like,
I could not agree more. Absolutely.
The game is afoot. Let us charge forth.
No, this thing is wearing people. We need to catch it while we have a chance.
Yeah, otherwise it will start killing people as other people.
yeah,
Again.
I assume
More.
upon finding the hole through the sheet metal, I'd just be pulling out the infrared goggle things that we have.
Yeah.
That I've been carrying and just chasing after it.
Sure. It's notable that Eugene does not have those, but certainly several people have flashlights as well. Basically every one of you except for Eugene.
Can't fault Eugene for being courageous sometimes.